Hello friends, today we will be discussing about forward contract. In my previous lecture, I had given brief introduction about derivative contract. What is derivatives? So we had discussed about there are four instruments of derivative. One is forward, one is futures, the one is options and swap. We also discussed about types of derivative in two ways, two category we have made. One is OTC, which is over the counter, and one is exchange traded. So in over the counter, it is forward contract and swaps, where the contract runs by 24 by 7 and it does not have any exchange. And exchange traded contract are futures and options. These contracts are done under the stock exchange. So now today we are here to discuss about forward contracts. So as you can see on this slide, the business transactions are, one is cash or routine transactions also. One is cash transaction, which is on the spot. The second is contractual transactions. So on the spot transactions are, we buy and sell our product. We are exchanging product and money on the spot. And the contractual are derivatives like futures, forward, options and swap. Let us see what is on the spot transaction. Like when we go to market and when we buy certain product by giving them money and we accept the commodity, it is known as a spot transaction. The money exchange with the product or asset on the spot, it is known as spot transactions. In most cases we acquire product or assets and pay simultaneously. For example, we go and purchase a fast food and we pay the money, or we purchase laptop or any other instrument and we pay the money. So this is called spot transactions. The second feature of a cash transaction or spot transaction is the price of asset are settled on the spot. The exchange of asset will be paid consideration in terms of money. So we pay the money consideration and we get the asset or commodity at the same point of time. Either we can pay online or we can pay in cash. So this is known as a spot transaction. But in this video we are going to discuss about what is forward contract. What is forward transactions? So forward contract is a contract between two parties to exchange certain commodity at a predetermined price. The price is decided today at a predetermined date. The date is also decided today, but the exchange of money will be made and the exchange of commodity or asset will be made in future date. So as you can see on this screen, the forward contract is an agreement to buy or sell asset at a price determined now. We will decide today, but the settlement will be on later date, that is predetermined date, the date we decide today. Let's say for example today is 2021 and we want to buy or sell certain commodity in 2022. So today we will be entering into contract. Today we will make promise to exchange the product in terms of money, but the actual settlement will be made in 2022. So let us understand this with one situation. There is one person called Mr. Dhaniram. He is having a beautiful house, but he is worried because after 1 year Mr. Dhaniram is shifting to some other city. He wants to shift from town A to town B. So he is worried whether he will be able to sell and whether he will be able to get the desired amount of money or not. So the current market price of his house is $97,000. At the same time, there is Mr. Maniram, who is also worried about, because he wants to purchase, he wants to get married after a year and he wants to purchase house. But he is worried what will be the price after 1 year, how much he will be able, whether he will be able to buy this house or not. So both are worried. Mr. Dhaniram wants to sell, and what he is worried about, today price is 97,000, but after 1 year maybe the real estate price will fall down, it will be $92,000. And Mr. Maniram is also worried. because he wants to buy today price is 97,000, but after 1 year when he's going to purchase, the price may be 1,10,000. So both are worried, but they both know each other, and on one fine day they met at some place and they discuss. Mr. Dhaniram has asked Mr. Maniram that he wants to sell house, and Mr. Maniram has agreed that he also wants to purchase house. So both have agreed. Today the price is 97,000, but Dhaniram is saying he will be selling after 1 year, and Maniram also agrees that he will be ready to buy after 1 year. Though the price is 97,000, they both agreed on one price, which is 1 lakh. So it is known as a forward contract. There are two parties, both agreed, they both are known to each other, and there is a mutual obligation, there is a win-win situation by both the party, and they agreed to purchase this house worth $1 lakh after 1 year. So this is known as a forward contract. This is a simple example. Now let us understand some features of forward contract. It is over the counter and tailor made. As we have just discussed in example, they have agreed to buy and sell the house without any authorizing body. There was no one who can look after the transaction of both the parties. So it is over the counter transaction. It is a tailor made product because house is not exchanged today. When you go to futures contract, there are specified quantity, specified commodity, only wheat, rice, pulses, gold. These are items which you can buy and sell into the futures contract. But it is forward contract, you can enter into contract with any commodity to buy and sell, and that is why it is tailor-made contract. The price is determined now. This is one feature, as Mr. Maniram and Dhaniram has decided 1 year ago that they will be buying and selling the house at $1 lakh. Mutual obligation to perform. Both parties are known to each other, they both have trust on each other, and that is why the both are having obligation towards each other. Dhaniram has to sell, Maniram has to buy. The third is counterparty risk, but this is the risk which forward contract is having is if one party deny to fulfill the transaction, the other party does not have any right or any compulsion on the other party. For example, Dhaniram has cancelled to shift to other city, then Maniram cannot force Mr. Dhaniram to compulsory sell the house, and vice versa. Fourth, mutual consent is required for cancellation. If Dhaniram has decided not to shift to other town, he has to agree, or he has to convince Mr. Maniram not to sell the house. He will not be selling house to Mr. Maniram. So both the party there should be consent. Both the party there should be mutual consent for cancellation. And fifth, there is no upfront payment. Maniram need not to pay any advance money to Dhaniram, and Dhaniram also does not have to accept or does not force. He cannot force to Maniram to pay advance money, as it is based on trust. Both the parties are known to each other, so there is no upfront payment made by both the parties. Purpose. What is purpose of forward contract? If forward contract result in loss, why somebody is entering into forward contract? How it is lost? For example, after 1 year, they decided to sell at 1 lakh rupees. Dhaniram agrees to sell house at 1 lakh to Maniram. But if market price become 1 lakh 5,000, then also Dhaniram will sell it at 1 lakh. Maniram will receive at 1 lakh, even though market price is 1 lakh 5,000. So Dhaniram will be at loss, Maniram will be at gain. So why somebody is entering into forward contract even if there is a loss? The major purpose of forward contract is not to gain or loss, it is just to hedge. Dhaniram enters because Dhaniram wants to shift to other city and he wants to sell his asset. Maniram also wants to purchase because after 1 year he wants to get settled, and that is why there is no purpose of making gain and loss. Somebody is entering into forward contract only to hedge, only to reduce risk. And that is why even though there is gain or loss, it is negligible for buyer and seller. They are not that much worried with the gain or loss. Their main motive was to reduce the risk. And now we are moving towards advantages of forward contract. What are the benefits? The benefit of is these are forward contract are very much flexible, but in case of futures there is no flexibility. If the date expires on 30th April, you have to compulsory exchange the product on 30th April. But in case of forward contract, if 30th April and if Dhani Ram wants to shift in May, 1 month can be granted by Mani Ram to Dhani Ram, and there can also the liberalization in terms of payment. There can be 1 lakh rupees final payment, or there can be 90,000 payment Mani Ram will pay, remaining 10,000 he can pay after 1 month. So there is a lot of flexibility in case of forward contract. The second advantage is, since the forward contract agreement between two parties, these are very flexible in terms of quality and delivery of the asset. As we have mentioned, the delivery date are 30th April, but you can always alter. And within a year, if Mani Ram wants to purchase the house from Dhani Ram, and if Dhani Ram has made color, that means the quality has changed, the window has changed, then also Mani Ram will accept the product. So little bit change in quality and some dates modification will also be allowed in terms of forward contract. And as it is tailor made, both the parties can eliminate the risk also, because both are known to each other, and that is why this is one of the advantage of forward contract is both the parties are known to each other. So generally there is no counterparty risk. But in case if parties are not known to each other, there is a high counterparty risk. And we are moving to the last point of this video, which is known as the problems with forward contract. So the problems associated with forward contract are, there are two. Number one, party with a matching need and non-performance. So let us see what is party with a matching need. As Mani Ram and Dhani Ram, they both having the same need. Dhani Ram wants to sell, Mani Ram wants to buy, but it is very difficult in real life to find out party with the matching need. Sometimes buyer has to let go something, or sometimes seller will have to let go something. Buyer wants to purchase 4 BHK house and seller wants to sell 3 BHK house. So either buyer will have to let go or seller will have to let go. So in short, in real life, the party with the same matching needs is difficult to find. Sometimes you go to dairy and you want to buy mango Shrikhand, but you enter into contract with the mango Shrikhand, but sometimes because of unavailability of mango, you may have to enter into contract with some other quality, and that is why it's very difficult to find out the party with having the same need. And the second, non-performance. As both parties are entering into contract with mutual trust without any stock exchange, without any authorizing body, if the other party fails to fulfill the obligation, the counterparty cannot do anything. The counterparty will have to accept the risk, and that is why this is known as a second disadvantage of forward contract. Thank you very much. You can see on my the screen. You can visit my blogspot, or you can visit my YouTube channel for further videos and more information.